Financial blindness that kills businesses. The 5 critical services your accountant should provide. Now stop. Before you celebrate that monthly revenue spike, answer this. Do you know if you'll have cash to pay salaries next month? I'm David White, and in my 40 years of business, from starting with nothing to helping scale companies worth millions, I've watched brilliant entrepreneurs crash and burn because they confused revenue with reality. Stay with me for the next 6 minutes, and I'll reveal the 5 financial reporting services that separate thriving businesses from the 82% that fail due to cash flow problems. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to demand from your accountant. You'll have my selection checklist that saved clients millions, and I'll share the embarrassing story of how I nearly killed my own business by ignoring one crucial financial warning sign. But first, let me tell you about the CEO who thought he was crushing it. Picture this. A tech startup CEO shows me his dashboard. Revenue up 400%, team growing, clients loving the product. 3 weeks later, he missed payroll. Why? Because, as Warren Buffett warned, only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. This CEO was financially naked, and his accountant had been handing him a towel instead of teaching him to swim. Here's what I learned after starting 7 businesses, some successfully. Others, well, let's just say I got an expensive education in what not to do. Growth without financial clarity isn't just risky. It's like driving blindfolded at midnight on a mountain road. In my cybersecurity and consulting work, I see this pattern repeatedly. Brilliant strategies destroyed by basic financial blindness. First, critical service. Management accounts that actually manage. Your monthly reports should arrive within 10 days, not 6 weeks later when problems have metastasized. I remember one client getting February's numbers in May. That's not reporting, that's archaeology. Good accountants don't just show you what happened, they predict what's coming. And as Peter Drucker said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. But you can't create anything if you're always looking in the rear view mirror. When I was running my phone marketing operation with major corporations, our monthly reviews consistently revealed quarterly trends 3 months early. Now, that early warning system saved us from market downturns that killed our competitors. Service 2, cash flow forecasting that presents disasters. Cash flow problems kill more businesses than competition ever will. I learned this the hard way when I nearly lost everything in my second venture. Your accountant should provide 13-week rolling forecasts with 3 scenarios: best case, worst case, and most likely. They should track customer payment patterns. Some clients pay in 30 days. Others think 90 days is a suggestion. I once had a client whose biggest customer paid sometime between 60 and never. Guess which scenario our forecast planned for? Service 3, profit and loss analysis that drives decisions. Your P&L should reveal not just what happened, but why. I discovered that the most profitable customers aren't always the biggest spenders. Sometimes they're the quietest ones who pay on time and don't demand your firstborn as part of the service package. Advanced P&L reporting breaks down profitability by customer, product line, and business unit. It tracks customer acquisition costs to ensure your marketing isn't just expensive entertainment. Service 4, variance analysis that explains reality. Budget variance reports should tell stories, not just show numbers. When actual results differ from projections, you need to know why, and more importantly, what to do about it. Systematic variance analysis prevents reactive decisions. As the saying goes, in God we trust, all others must bring data. But data without context is just expensive confusion. Service 5, strategic financial modeling for growth. Your models should guide scaling decisions, not just justify them. I've seen too many businesses treat growth like a gamble instead of a calculated investment. Good accountants create models to test growth scenarios, evaluate investment options, and predict resource requirements. They turn your ambitious dreams into executable strategies with measurable milestones. Now for that embarrassing story I promised. In my third business, I ignored declining gross margins for 6 months because revenue kept climbing. My accountant was sending signals I chose not to see. When I finally paid attention, we discovered we were buying market share with profitability. We were growing ourselves into bankruptcy. And the lessons, numbers don't lie, but they need interpretation. And sometimes the most important conversations are the uncomfortable ones. Here's your accountant selection checklist. Can they deliver management accounts within 10 business days? Do they provide 13-week rolling cash flow forecasts? Can they break down profitability by customer and product? Do they explain variances with actionable insights? Do they understand your business model and growth goals? If your current accountant can't do all 5, you need a conversation or a new accountant. Financial clarity isn't optional. It's survival. After 40 years of business success and expensive mistakes, I learned that the quality of your financial insights today determines your scaling success tomorrow. Want more battle-tested business strategies that actually work? Subscribe to my Substack at theauthorityfigure.substack.com or visit davidwhiteconsulting.com for deeper insights. I share the real stories, including the failures that taught me the most. Because in business, the tuition never stops, but the education is priceless.